What's happening, my people? Welcome to Vertical Football and welcome to another episode of Team Talk. I'm your host, Olusegun, and with me I have the usual guys, Moses and Kanmi. Guys, it's good to have you here.
It's good to be back here.
It's awesome to be here.
It's awesome to be here. So we are here for the Champions League quarter-final draw.
Yeah.
We're going to get to review that draw. Amazing matches, blockbuster matches.
Yes, sir.
To be sure. So let's start with, first of all, the first game of that quarter-final, which is Arsenal at home, starting at home versus Bayern Munich. Thoughts on that game?
It's like old wounds. There was a time Arsenal yearning Bayern Munich, maybe because of the form now. Arsenal fans can still come out and say, "Oh, we can do something." But Bayern Munich have a tradition, especially at their stadium, the arena.
Allianz
Arena. I'm telling you, the Arsenal needs to get themselves together because Bayern, they are not pushover. So I'm seeing Bayern qualifying for me
against Arsenal. Moses.
Well, if you can see, go back to history from past fixtures between Arsenal and Bayern Munich, you can see that Bayern Munich has been dominating Arsenal in all aspects, even from 5-1, 5-1, 3 times. I think one of the bad moments, bad decision for Arsenal against Bayern Munich. And if you look at it currently, you might according to what he said that Bayern Munich doesn't have that form. No, I won't say they don't have that form. They have the player. They have. So we can't judge the way they play in their league to compare the way they play in
the Champions League.
League. It is quite different.
Yeah.
You understand? So Bayern Munich is one of the favorites to win the Champions League.
Every year.
Yeah, every year. Because they have the team. They have that strong team to compete, to win, to beat any team. But for now, I think Bayern Munich, I think they have the edge against Arsenal. No matter how, because we saw how Arsenal play against Porto. Arsenal were lacking.
Yeah.
Let's forget about maybe we play at Emirates. Arsenal were lacking. So, and though we are playing against Bayern Munich, which is very more experienced.
Exactly. Exactly. So that's what I want to say. Based on current form in the league, you might want to say the way Arsenal is doing things in the Premier League. Yeah. You want to say they are on top form. And Bayern under Tuchel has not yet reached the levels that Bayern is used to.
Yeah.
So you might want to say there is an edge for Arsenal in that aspect. Maybe at the league form, if they can play against a big team. Yeah. But also, you have to also look at it that, as you said, Moses, that Bayern Munich has that experience. And I think Champions League is one of those tournaments that you might not even be at your best.
Yeah.
But I will see that many times with Real Madrid, for example, that you might not be at your best, but that experience, that know-how of, we know how to win Champions League games.
Yeah.
We know how to handle that pressure of a quarter-final, of a semi-final. So
sorry to cut you.
No problem.
I'm just want to give you an references between Leipzig versus Real Madrid. That second leg, or even for the first leg.
Yeah.
Do you see the way Manu was playing? Leipzig dominated from the first leg to the second leg.
Yeah.
But at the end of it, who qualified? Real Madrid, because they understand the game.
Yeah. They understand everything. Yeah.
This team will. They can do it. They can do, no matter how the pressure from the opponents, they will surely deliver.
But
That's just it.
But for premiership's sake, I would love Arsenal.
Yeah, maybe I would love Arsenal to push forward.
But currently, Bayern Munich is not that small team.
So that's true. So, but you cannot deny the fact that it's going to be an amazing, amazing match.
Tactical football.
So Arteta versus Tuchel. So let's see how that pans out. The second game, it's Atletico Madrid. I watched the game between Atletico Madrid and Inter Milan. Both legs. And so Atletico Madrid versus Borussia Dortmund. Thoughts on that game?
That's
okay. You know what? That match, the way I saw, like we said, Atletico Madrid in the league, La Liga, they're not that. But see the way they are playing. See the way they play against Inter.
That's the second. Especially that second leg.
Yeah, that's the second leg. See in Champions League, your home, the way you play in home
really matters a lot.
Yeah.
If you like, don't good at that away, boy. As long as you're that away, you're in your home, your place gone. Forget. Yeah. And the way I see it, I'll give Atletico ahead to qualify.
Yeah, I think
though it's gonna be a tough match between both teams, but the way let me say from the past matches in the Champions League, Atletico has been so awesome.
Yeah,
so awesome.
Yeah,
Dortmund too, but No, Atletico has played against Inter now, which is more
Much more tougher. Yeah, has that experience.
So that was it.
So, Kanmi.
For me, really, defensive football sometimes help in winning games like this. And I see Atletico Madrid having better defense than Dortmund for now. And also, they have an experienced coach. And Simone. And you know that in games like this is where he thrives, do well there. So even though Dortmund have fast player, quick player, but inexperience may end up affecting them this time. So I give it at Atletico Madrid because of the wealth of experience of the coach. Yeah, and he's a well-disciplined coach. And when you look at it vividly and you check their game week in, week out, Atletico does not need to play the best type of football before they win their games. So all they need is get 1-0 at home, then play a draw away, and they're in. So I think I'm giving it to Atletico.
You know what? Sorry to call me.
Yeah.
You know, what I want to say about the attacking side that you just mentioned that Dortmund had the better attacking.
Yeah. No, I said defensive.
No, he's talking about the probability of Dortmund attacking in a match is higher than
they are more faster.
Atletico, not the individuals.
I understand, but if you look at Atletico Madrid attack, it's more sharper.
In terms of individuals.
Not even goal conversion. Maybe goal conversion.
What I notice about Atletico Madrid is that they're a team that if they want to play attacking football, they will surely play because they have the
attackers. Yeah.
If they want to go, okay, we saw against Inter
second leg. Yeah, they came out.
We saw I want to get another one against Copa del Rey against Real Madrid.
Yeah.
See the way they attack and they are scoring. That's what Atletico
if they want to attack. But the reason why I'm saying the reason I'm giving that opinion is that Dortmund have a way of increasing the tempo.
Dortmund is a possession-based attacking
side. They increase tempo per game.
I understand what you're trying to say because you cannot. Most of Dortmund's games, you never see Dortmund packing the bus.
Yes.
Atletico is a club now that based on now they have the ability to definitely do what they used to do.
Yeah.
And also if they want to attack, they can do it well.
You know what? Why I want to say that if I say that Dortmund is always a team that play a more possessive football, don't forget that Atletico Madrid has play. Even their coach, I think that he spent almost like 12 years now. I don't.
Yeah, 12 plus. Yeah.
And he has played during prime of Barca when they are playing. When we are talking about possession football. So for me, it's not something that is very new to him.
Okay, so for me, I would say Atletico. I would want to go to Atletico. I think that game, a lot of things in that game rest on the first leg at Atletico Madrid's house. Yeah. And I just feel that when I look at Borussia Dortmund is a fancy team, but I don't think it's a winning team. I don't think it's a team that can win when it matters.
That is where inexperience comes in.
So they might give us a stylish football and everything, but Atletico knows how to
win games.
Look, can win one match and start they can win score one goal now and start their antics, wasting time in everything. So they have that experience. I think that experience and also the spine of Atletico's team is much more stronger than the spine of what Borussia Dortmund had. So
they have depth,
they have depth, spine and everything. So I think I would agree with you guys by saying Atletico. Yeah. Another big match, you can even argue maybe the biggest game in this quarterfinals draw. That is Real Madrid at home versus Manchester City, treble winners, defending champions. Thoughts about that match?
That is the must-watch match.
I must watch.
That is the match that will determine who is going to be in the finals. Yeah, I'm telling you this because currently this match should be the final.
Exactly.
Should.
I think last year it was semi-final, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It should be final.
So anyone that is coming out of this will surely get to the final. I'm not saying winning it, but get to the final.
Yeah, that's the probability.
Yeah. So for me, it's a very, very difficult match to predict. It's very difficult to predict. But I would put it this way. I'll give it to Madrid. The reason is, right now, Madrid will not want the same problem to happen twice.
Of being knocked out
by the same team. Maybe that. And also, if Madrid will also want to get the edge of Man City, then they need to learn how to counter game faster than they have ever done. I know they are good on the break. They are good on counter. So I will just give it to Madrid, maybe but the game is very tight. I'll give it to Madrid.
Very tight game. Moses, thoughts on Real Madrid versus Manchester City?
I can't say much on this. I can't really give a prediction about this match. about Madrid, Man City. If we look at it, they have been playing almost like 3 times consecutive every season. Let me say,
Madrid won.
Madrid won. Man City won. Now this one.
I think it also started in. I think it started in 2013, 12, 13.
Yeah.
And the matches has been so inconclusive. The way I'll put it, it has been
always very tight.
Yes, always very
Except
tight.
from the last one that Man City ended up dominated.
So what I know is that just that currently, if you look at Man City currently, you can't.
They've not yet reached that height.
Because of the new players that came in and then
a lot of tactics, adjustments.
You can't compare matches of when they have Godogan, they have Mahrez, and they have having a new player like Nunes, who are still young, who are still coming up as son. So
yes.
I will give Real Madrid as your upper hand in this match. Though I know that match is gonna be one of
the toughest, tactical.
Time of practice, time of because I know that Garilla is someone that's Ancelotti too.
Ancelotti, yes.
It's gonna be a difficult and most.
It's a game. It's a game.
Let me just inconclusive match.
It's a game we're looking forward to because, as you said, both teams are teams that they deliver when it's time. Forget the form before the match.
We don't care about the form.
The form before that match doesn't matter. So on that day, they're able to deliver. The two managers are managers that you can see in current world football
right now.
They are the top 2 best managers in the world currently. So they can deliver at any time when it matters. They will deliver. So you can, if you say Madrid, if you say Man City, at this moment you are right because we don't know. We don't know. We just have to just watch it and see that definitely they have to be a winner. So who will not be the winner? So the last game of this quarterfinal, also an interesting match to watch, which is Paris Saint-Germain versus Barcelona, FC Barcelona. What? Thoughts on that game?
My thoughts on that game is just like let me see. The only difference I see in between just like the difference is just Mbappe. That just no. I'll be saying Mbappe. Yeah, I'll be saying because if you look at PSG team, it's not.
The quality is not as before. Yeah.
So if Barca have Pedri, De Jong available for this match, I'll pick.
Barca should go ahead.
Because I've watched the way PSG played in Champions League. Though I don't want their
league.
But the Champions League, I have seen the way they play. Even going against guys that they play. Was it guys that? Was it in the Champions League?
Yeah.
Which one is that?
Which one? This second round.
Barca.
No, PSG.
No.
Qualify for Champions. This quarterfinal. They play a Spanish team.
Real Sociedad. Yeah.
They play. You can see that even as who doesn't have that
was he giving them
that police squad? Was it giving PSG? Was giving PSG that tournament?
Not tournament. So
for me, let me just go with. I'll go with Barca. Maybe the only difference that might came in for PSG just maybe Mbappe.
Mbappe is a player that can do magic at any time. Coming.
For me, I'll go for PSG. Now, people about from Mbappe, please don't forget their coach, PSG coach, a well-known tactician, and he has been at Barcelona before. He has coached Barcelona. He have 1 or 2 things in his sleep about Barcelona. Now, one thing about Barcelona is a traditional club whereby
a clear pattern.
There's a clear pattern. 4-3-3. Even though when Barcelona want to play corner, you just drop it down. They're playing corner now, like more than everybody. But I'm looking at it from this angle that when you're talking about team right now that can punish any team in the world, in a normal day, when they have on form, PSG can finish any team in the world. But the problem is that most of the time, when it matters the most, they gas out.
They don't show up.
They don't show up. But for this one, I'm giving it to PSG because, number one, they have an experienced coach. They have a squad that did not depend on Mbappe like last season. Last season, it was all about Mbappe here, Mbappe now. The coach had, for most of the time this season, bench Mbappe, trying to prepare for life after Mbappe. So I'm seeing a player like Dembele coming up, stepping up in this match. So for me, PSG.
Okay, I think it's also going to be a very tight game.
Yeah.
Because as you said, PSG, the Mbappe factor, Mbappe is a player that can change things. You know, even when you look at the World Cup, you can see that amazing final just shows you what he can do. He can single-handedly take his team to greater heights. Yeah. And also when you look at Barcelona, I also want to agree with what Moses said in terms of if the likes of Frankie de Jong is around, the likes of Pedri is around, that ability to dominate games is more enhanced.
But it's more enhanced. Guys, if Manchester United that is not playing a fantastic football
can beat Barcelona.
Can beat Barcelona.
I see.
Yeah, but
you know what?
So now compare Barcelona to Manchester United.
I would say that the both teams, they are more or less on the same level at this moment.
Like I've said, I'll just speak the only person that
can make it special.
That can make the damage to Barca
is from Mbappe.
Like, see, forget about Dembele. Dembele doesn't have the consistency.
If you look at but this season it has been good.
No, I haven't seen that consistency in him. Play today, next 2 matches off. I'm not going to be asking you.
We have players here too that
I know. They have maybe Emizawe or
yes now.
But you want to compare them to the way Barca play. All this Emizawe, they all say they are younger with set of Pedri. And if you're talking about experience in that team,
you want to say
for me, except Mbappe, I also pick Barca.
Yeah. The likes of Lewandowski, the likes of the De Jong are not. They also have a considerable amount of experience. So I think it's also going to be a tough game. So if you say PSG at this moment, if you say Barca at this moment, the gap, in my opinion, and listening from what you guys have said, it's not that much. So it's just to look at what's going to happen on that day. So thank you guys for being with us today. Thank you very much for the analysis on the Champions League quarterfinal draw that was made. We went through certain games. First of all, we went through Arsenal versus Bayern Munich. We went through Atletico Madrid versus Borussia Dortmund. We went through the blockbuster match, which is Real Madrid versus Manchester City. Yeah. And finally, we ended with PSG versus FC Barcelona. So thank you guys for sticking with us. I know you've enjoyed this content. As usual, like, share, and subscribe. And also, if you are a fan of audio content, our podcast is scattered around different audio platforms: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts. And also, if you want to follow us on a daily basis on social media, we are on Twitter, which is now X. We are on Instagram. We're on Facebook. We're on TikTok. And then, that's also. Please do follow us and enjoy our daily updates. Thank you very much and do have a nice day.